Warning, you may be triggered by the following video. It contains talk of cancel culture, slut shaming, problematic people, and of course, a little bit of a defense of Generation Z. So maybe this time, you'll be the snowflake. I hate that term. Also, it contains major spoilers, so watch out. What the internet dubbed cancel culture was in full force in 2018. The term refers to social media boycotting. It can be defined as when a person, group, or company has done what the internet deems is problematic and unacceptable, either now or in the past. So people withdraw their support for them. And that, of course, is putting it lightly, because in this circumstance, a lot more is done than becoming unsupportive of someone or a company. A lot of the time, it is their presence being torn down and their career being pulled apart, which is, of course, being cancelled. I want to make this really clear right now for all those busy fingers accusing down in the comments. I am in the mind that nothing is black or white in this world. Of course, there are the exception to the rule, but a lot of things are grey and grey area, and a lot of these situations need context and cannot be defined within a few minutes. As I said, we live in a grey area, we live out of the box, and sometimes it's easier for us to put things in the category of good or bad, or in a box, so we know exactly where we stand. It makes us feel comfortable. But do people really deserve to be cancelled? Probably not, depending on what they did, of course. And it also depends if they've learned from it, which is very hard to tell from behind a screen, as we know. But the internet has morphed into something new with the rise of social media, allowing billions access to research to dig up, slander, bully, and harass others behind a convenient screen. But the thing is, this is not a new concept. It's just social media allows for the masses to have a convenient place to rally, and in turn, to start the ball rolling for any reason, big or small. In fact, if you look back on the history of boycotts, and I'm talking about boycotts here, not protests, very different. The only ones that have been continued or documented are ones that impact on human rights or environmental rights, such as Nestle for their breast milk scandal and the Sun for reporting on the Hillsborough disaster of '89. And if you look closer, there's always been boycotts of some kind within our loving horror community. We've had the boycotting of Silent Night, Deadly Night for its portrayal of Santa, and also in 1984 we had the Ghoulies release, which sent parents into a rage of strongly worded letters after the poster had made their kids too scared to go to the toilet. That's right, just the poster. And this all seems rather innocent in today's high-speed chase of social vigilantism, which can turn someone's life inside out in a matter of hours. So what happens when social media's cancel culture moves from Twitter to your high school? Meet Assassination Nation. The film, based in Salem, follows 4 woke teenagers who are living the young and reckless aesthetic dream. But that all crashes when their town suffers from hacking. First, it's the mayor whose uploaded hack contains images and search history revealing his sexuality and love for cross-dressing. But the catch is, this is the same mayor who's denounced the rise for LGBTIA people within the community. The next hack really shows the cracks in society when the principal is hacked and photos of his daughter in the bathtub are shown. He's accused of being a bad man and insinuated that he has done bad things. I'm sure you know what I'm getting at. The problem is he's accused of this before any real research is done. And as Lily, the main character, says to her parents at the dinner table while they're discussing the fate of the principal, there is a naked photo of me on the mantelpiece. Is that child pornography? And just as the attacks on the principal become heightened, all hell breaks loose. Thousands of people across Salem are hacked. Now everyone's secret's out, and the town turns to pure chaos. Lily is our problematic fave whose secrets are also revealed, and they are dark. She is having what I'd call a online sexual emotional relationship with a married man. I guess that's what you'd call it. And again, people stay as far away as the facts as possible. No one even talking about how she's underage at the time. Things are seen in black and white. Her school humiliates her. She's literally pushed out of her house, and a man tries to kill her. But where is the married man in all of this? Lily's story is an example of slut shaming within modern society. The mayor is political lies, and of course, the principal is the accusation of sexual molestation. All very heavy stuff here. Now things get even more intense as the vigilantism gets flipped, And we see people using the hacks and people's secrets to fuel transphobia and homophobia. And the film goes from 1 to 1,000 real quick, but it does something very interesting on the way. It lends itself to the details, so you can see the inner thoughts and the reasons why people are acting the way they are. Not saying it's justified, but it's a very interesting way of looking at the situation, and it's truly abrasive for the audience. It's raw, real, and a hard pill to swallow, and the film knows it. It provides trigger warnings at the beginning for homophobia, transphobia, sexism, and of course, ultra-violence. This film reflects how cancel culture can be deadly, and furthermore an extra layer, as these are all things that people have hidden from the world on their phones, showing the audience that no one is perfect, everyone has secrets, and your problematic fave, well, it's everyone. It's all of us. It shows the effect behind the scenes on people's lives, and of course it's in a dramatic way that will allow us to feel relief because it hasn't got that far yet. It's not completely realistic, allowing us to breathe a sigh of relief. Diving deep into problematic issues and why some, and just some, are not valid at all because the context is missing. But strip all that away, right? This is the actual problem that critics have with the film. It's the gun violence. But it's not just that, it's the gun violence with women perpetrating. And I'm not gonna get all feminist on you, but the point is, people are complaining too much about this side of the film when it goes ultra surrealism and kind of flips itself on its head. But I feel like they're missing the main issue because their problem is, and I repeat, women holding guns, fighting. Women would know how to fight like that. Motherfucker, have you watched? This film isn't about that at all. At all. At all. I repeat, people do not like the unrealistic element of these kick-ass ladies holding guns and firing, because everything else is super realistic, and this is not a movie or anything. Minutes before this scene takes place, girls are talking about badass fight scenes, and this leads me to allow this scene to happen because it's more figurative, and the gesture is about people fighting back. This is also about forgiveness. In the middle of this fight scene, Bex, one of the main characters, forgives the guy that almost killed her. Are you really gonna get mad because this isn't realistic? This hasn't happened yet. In conclusion, this film to me is about Generation Z, but it's about Generation Z owning their shit. The film turns itself on its head to show we all make mistakes, and when we crucify others for the same mistakes and cancel them, resulting this time in actual death, we have created this mess and we need to stop. That's what I got out of Assassination Nation. I love this film. I thought it was amazing, and it was very important to society and the way we think about social media and people's secrets, people's privacy, everything. I really enjoyed this film, and it shook me a little bit, I'm gonna say it. Did you guys like Assassination Nation? What do you think about my thoughts? I know it's very strongly worded. My strong opinion is out there this time. What did you think of this video? If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, and keep the comments nice and clean, guys. Let's respect each other. That's what this film is about. Even though it's freaking gory and amazing and violent and intense. If you haven't seen Assassination Nation, there is still plenty that I have not spoken about that will really blow your mind, and I totally recommend it. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon.